Hi guys, so when it comes to corruption, the Tories know that they're dirty, but they'll never admit it in public. The first rule is always to deflect. If that doesn't work, jump to hypotheticals. However, on this particular issue, many Tory MPs who, well, had a very lucrative job on the side will try to appear as wanting the rules to be upheld and those who break those rules punished. But they have to be very careful because they could, in a sense, incriminate themselves or incriminate somebody who they're attempting to protect. This is where a very good reporter or journalist comes in. They ask a series of questions that allows the politician to dig a hole for themselves or dig a hole for the politician once again they're attempting to protect. Here Kate Burley hands Sajid Javid a shovel.
Should MPs be able to use their office for second job work?
No.
Okay, so if they did, what should happen to them?
Well, that's look. You might be trying to draw me into some individual case, but if there are concerns or
you said no, they shouldn't.
if someone believes for good reason that they might, then I think what they should do is ask the appropriate authorities to look into it, and they can get down to the facts.
Yeah.
But
Should they be allowed to use their office? No. What should happen to them? Obviously, this is in reference to Geoffrey Cox, who you can see on the screen here. It says, voted by proxy in Parliament while earning £1 million in the past year for remote work in the Caribbean. So he was in the Caribbean, operating as a lawyer, a legal expert, while he was supposed to be in Parliament. And during the pandemic, of course, he was supposed to be at home, and he was connecting remotely. And it was clear that he was operating from the Caribbean. He was working on the side, and he was making a lot more money than he was earning as an MP. Sajid Javid is trying to deflect here. Oh no, look, if somebody broke the rules, but it's not up to me to decide.
Of course, you shouldn't be using whether it's your parliamentary office. Mm-hmm. Yeah, whether it's your parliamentary office or any other parliamentary stationery or anything that's funded or supported by the taxpayer, of course that should not be used. And again, I can't talk about any individual case. I think the rules on the use of whether it's parliamentary property or your letters or letterheads or stamps or anything like that, I think
we don't give a crap about letterheads or stamps. That's not the issue here. It's how a member of Parliament was having a job on the side where he was earning £1 million last year when he should have been representing his constituents. That's what he's paid to do. If he doesn't want to do that job, then he should quit as an MP. But obviously he's not going to quit as an MP because he is getting these second jobs because he's an MP, because of his connections. I don't know in the case of Geoffrey Cox, but you can close your eyes and randomly point at a Tory MP and they probably have some job on the side. Sajid Javid, well, we won't go into him, but he has a interesting CV, we could say. But a number of MPs have jobs on the side. Some of them have allowed business owners into their office in Parliament and where they have lobbied on their behalf. They're supposed to be representing their constituents, the people who voted for them, and instead they're hosting business leaders, owners of companies who have obviously donated to them privately or donated to them publicly or donated to the Conservative Party.
I think the rules are clear, and of course all MPs would be expected to observe that at all times.
Okay, I'm not talking about specific cases because you don't want to, but if somebody did use their office for a second job, what should happen to them?
Look, I don't know. It would depend on all the circumstances, and I'm not the judge of this, nor should I be. It should be independently judged by the Parliamentary Standards Commissioner. So
the commissioner of the commission that you voted to get rid of. Just think about that for a moment. He's saying, yes, if somebody breaks the rules, they should be held accountable by the commission. The commission that we voted last week to try and remove completely. And stack, of course, with Tory MPs. Now, just take a step back here for a moment, guys, and imagine for a moment that it was a Labour MP who was being called out for abusing their position, having a second job, earning a huge amount of money on the side. Do you think for a moment that Sajid Javid would be saying, look, we need to allow this to go through the proper channels. I'm not going to ask for this person to resign. What do you think he would be saying? Of course, he would be saying this person should be out the door. He'd be demanding that Keir Starmer sack them, or that Keir Starmer resign as well, because he obviously knew about it and did nothing about it. It would be, if the shoe was on the other foot, the Tories would be demanding that they would be demanding someone's head for this. They'd be demanding that Keir Starmer punish them, that there's an investigation carried out into the Labour Party for to get to the root of the problem. How many MPs are involved here? How many people have given them money? Where does this money come from? Where is it going? How has it been spent? And how much did Keir Starmer know? How much did previous MPs, leaders of the Labour Party know about this? And they would be demanding resignations left, right and centre. But when it comes to the Conservatives, no, we just take a step back. We have to wait. I can't have an opinion on this. We have to allow the commission that I was voting to get rid of, we have to allow that commission to decide.
So if there are particular cases, then I would trust the commissioner to look at that and come to the right decision.
Okay, well, that's what Geoffrey Cox did, apparently, but you don't want to talk about specific cases. What?
And then she moves on to talk about something else. The Tories use public office to enrich themselves, or to operate, and I've talked about this before, to operate as lobbyists. They either hand over lucrative contracts to their donors or to their friends, or they wait until they leave office and then they have a very cushy job in the private sector where they make huge amounts of money. But they maintain the contacts with their MPs, with their colleagues in the party, like David Cameron did. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. And I have to say kudos to Kate Burley once again for asking very simple questions that allowed Sajid Javid here to dig a hole for himself. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot. I want to say a big thank you to all of my patrons. You ensure that this channel continues to exist. I'm eternally grateful for all of your support. If you join Patreon, you will receive instant access to our Discord server, where we have both audio and video chats. You can chat with me and other patrons, where we discuss important and non-important issues. Becoming a patron per month costs about the same as a large coffee, so why not check it out?